contested for 2 terms and became president, all towards guaranteeing peace and development. Without peace, there can't be development. There can't be economic development. There can be personal progress. There can be corporate progress. So peace is everything.
So how significant is it for Nigeria?
Quite. This is a president that has spent about 8 years now working for Nigeria, working for the West African sub-region, working for the African continent. This award coming at a time like this is a very good one. It's one of the parting gifts our president is having from his own continent.
The third forum of the African Conference for Peace, the president is also expected to deliver a speech on milestones and gains in the African peace process. Meanwhile, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is the special guest of honor at a forum tagged Conversations with the Vice President and Young People, hosted by his Liberian counterpart, Dr. Jewel Howard-Taylor. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akonde. The Vice President will also have a bilateral meeting with President George Weah of Liberia. At the forum, which is part of activities marking the 60th birthday celebrations of Dr. Howard-Taylor, Vice President Osinbajo and other leaders from West Africa will interact with a group of 400 emerging leaders, sharing their growth, struggles, attainment, accomplishments, and secrets. The Vice President is expected back today. The federal government is communicating with the National Economic Council to come up with modalities and how to achieve 0.5% of the nation's gross domestic product for research and development in order to fast-track meaningful development. President Muhammadu Buhari, in a message through his Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, affirmed this at the opening ceremony of the 2023 Science, Technology and Innovation Expo holding in Abuja. Justin Bem-Onyi reports.
This will be the 7th edition of the Science, Technology and Innovation Expo in a series, and the last for the present administration to organize. This time, the expo comes with the theme Actualizing Effective Diversification of the Nigerian Economy through Science, Technology and Innovation. In line with this theme, the Buhari administration has taken credit for demonstrating love and desire to diversify the economy by the application of science and technology through improved budgetary allocation to the sector. Worthy of note is the recent allocation of at least 0.5% of the nation's GDP to research and development to fast-track meaningful development.
Today, I urge all researchers, inventors, and innovators participating in the Techno Expo today to be resolute, as we have confidence that your R&D outputs will make Nigeria a truly great nation, respected all over the world for its exploits in science, technology, and innovation sector.
Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation highlighted some giant strides of the ministry to include the launch of the first and only Nigerian Science, Technology and Innovation television, which is currently transmitting live to sensitize Nigerians on the importance of science as it affects all other sectors of the economy.
We have also developed an indigenous software to harvest a comprehensive database of Nigerian professionals in the various fields of science, technology, and innovation, as fulfilling one of the objectives of Presidential Executive Order Number 5.
In the usual practice of the present administration, the federal government granted full scholarship up to PhD level in any science-related discipline in federal universities to the 3 best emerging candidates in the final examination of the recently concluded 774 Young Nigerian Scientists Presidential Award competition. This is in addition to a cash prize of 1 million naira, 750,000 naira, and 500,000 naira to the winners. The national policy on methanol fuel production technology was also unveiled. The 5-day Science Expo is a convergence of researchers, innovators, inventors, and investors to foster the commercialization of research findings for economic growth of the nation. Justin Bemuni, NTA News.
And still on developing the nation, legislative interventions to improve national security, grow the economy and enhance good governance are areas of priority for the National Assembly as the Senate and House of Representatives resume plenary in 2023. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
Tuesday, the 17th of January 2023 is the scheduled date for the resumption of plenary in Nigeria's bicameral legislature after the New Year break. The passage of key legislations, which include the 2023 budget and the 2022 supplementary budget, which have already been signed into law, were among the last legislative functions performed simultaneously in the last week of December 2022. Leadership of the National Assembly gave hints on the preoccupation of the lawmakers as they resume to face the business of lawmaking.
So for us in the Senate, we have decided that for the remaining part, we'll continue to engage with our revenue generating agencies until we get better outcomes from them. That will continue to work with the executive arm of government between now and May 29, when the executive will have finished its tenure, to improve further the security situation of the country.
There are bills that are of national importance. One of the most prominent bill is the Electoral Offences Commission Bill, which primarily seeks to curb the avalanche of electoral offences. It's of paramount importance in order to stabilize our democracy, to build an enduring democracy that can stand the test of time.
Bill that seeks legal backing for national social investment programs and the bill to facilitate prisoner exchange between Nigeria and other countries would also be attended to upon resumption. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria says it will continue to provide affordable houses for both public and private workers to address the housing deficit in the country. The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Modu Mamman, stated this while inaugurating a 100-unit housing estate at Shagari Phase 2, Yola, Adamawa State. Bilkisu Abubakar reports.
The collaborative venture between the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Nigeria Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, and Nigeria Employers Consultative Association (NECA), the narrative is changing as the workers now have access to better and affordable houses. The 100 housing estate comprises of 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 1-room apartment, respectively, with necessary house facilities, access road network, drainages, electricity, water supply, and other amenities meant to reduce housing deficits to the workers in Adamawa State.
These houses came with the certificate of occupancy, of which the cost of building the house, if one wants to get certificate of occupancy, you will spend far more than what the Federal Mortgage have allocated the houses to us.
Besides the fact that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria provided the construction funds for the development of this housing estate at a concessionary rate of interest of 10%, it cannot be forgotten that the bank also provides mortgage financing for the purchase of these houses to the buyers at a rate of 6%.
Workers in public and private contribute 2.5% of their monthly emoluments to the National Housing Fund.
The head of service, Adamawa State, Dr. Edgar Amos, among other speakers during the commissioning ceremony, commended the collaborative effort of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Nigeria Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, and Nigeria Employers Consultative Association for the laudable initiative, saying it will go a long way in creating job opportunities for the people in the area. In Yola, Bilkisu Abubakar, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the federal government has ordered the closure of the second Niger bridge and sections of other major roads which had earlier opened to ease traffic for the 2022 Christmas celebrations. The directive was given by the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, to enable contractors return to site for the completion of the project. Chinyere Okoli reports.
Recall that barricades were removed at all construction sites on December 15, 2022 for ease of movement to reduce travel time during the Yuletide, and subsequently opened on 2nd January to allow travelers returning from the southeast easy access to the west. The second Niger bridge will however remain closed for public use with effect from Sunday, January 15, 2023 for continuation of work on the completion of the access roads to the bridge. Director, Highways, Bridge and Design in the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Oluropo Oyetade, in an interview with newsmen, gave an insight into the project.
After 15th of January, we go back to work fully, and after the final commissioning, the bridge will be open to all kinds of vehicles. And mind you, the old bridge is still there for both ways of vehicles to ply. The bridge itself is about 98%, but we need to construct access road.
The minister, however, seeks the patience and understanding of motorists and members of the public on this action aimed at completing the ongoing project. In Asaba, Chinyere Okoli, NTA News.
Stay tuned for more reports after some messages on Network News.
The skyline's a bright line, you watch how we define and listen. When we speak, you better listen. It's the you on turn. Now you on turn. You on turn.
Glow Data, your front row seat to the world of entertainment. Nobody does video streaming better. Dial *777# now.
It's an anthem for Nigeria. Oh, better days are coming. Better days that gives us hope and strength. All I think the point determined to keep this hope alive, bringing them smiles back to all Nigerians.
It's a new dawn in Nigeria. Renewed hope beckons on our people. The silver lining dots the skies. The firmament portents a bright future as the people of Nigeria move to vote a man whom they have come to trust for the realization of their aspirations for a better Nigeria. That man is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He has been tested. He can be trusted. Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as president of Nigeria 2023. Vote Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC. Surely with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the smiles are returning. We are close to home.
Bringing them smiles back to all Nigerians.
I dey look for pension fund administrator. Where stuff makes sense, we care for me. Shy. No be the time when story go enter the matter when it's time to deliver. Oh no. The bank with your them no go stress you. Call them then they accessible. Yes. Customer care where they on point. No go regret when you try up cost. Profitable investment. Everything ain't just a blend. Good for you, make you choose premium pension today. Make that switch to premium pension. Make that switch to premium pension.
Join over 700,000 satisfied members and enjoy the premium experience at our offices across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. Call 094615-700-704 to make the switch today. Premium pension. Active today, premium tomorrow.
The truth untold. We restore democracy.
We initiated due process. We created the EFCC and ICPC. We brought Nigeria out of debt by achieving $18 billion worth of relief and $30 billion overall reduction. We revived the rail system. We upgraded agriculture. We brought in the mobile phone and digitalized Nigeria. Under the PDP, the Nigerian economy was the strongest in Africa. Though Nigerians made their choice, today we all know better. Nigerians, do not despair. Hope is in the horizon. We are putting in the work and refreshing our drive to rescue and rebuild Nigeria. Together, let's make it happen. PDP. Power to the people.
Just a moment. The refrigerator. Hello? Sunday. Yes, my guy. Come. 1,000 naira. Buy me Airtel recharge card. You have what I said. Thank you. Hey. Sunday, don't finish me. I say 1,000 naira recharge card. You carry 8,000 naira of my money. Go load them. Because money in your hand, Abi.
Oga, no. As I load the 1,000 naira, I use Airtel over Jara, turn them to 8,000 naira, just like that.
8 times the value of any recharge, plus double data and 1,000 naira activation bonus when you buy a new SIM.
Sunday, go buy us. Okay. And make sure say they put over Jara for you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's nice to know you're still watching. We're talking education matters now. The federal government says parents and guardians of school-aged children who are out of school will be arrested and prosecuted to reduce the number of out-of-school children in the country. The Minister of State for Education, Goodluck Nana Opia, stated this while flagging off the national campaign for out-of-school children in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Yemida Lemo reports.
The Minister of State for Education, Goodluck Nana Opia, says the need to confront factors denying children access to basic education necessitated the sensitization program aimed at ensuring that school-age children are in classrooms learning so as to be productive and have a guaranteed future instead of roaming the streets in different parts of the country. He noted stakeholders to address these challenges, calling for the strengthening of basic education in Ogun State, while also commending the effort of the state government in the adoption of various measures to reduce the growing number of out-of-school children.
I therefore urge our stakeholders to work together to ensure that all our children, especially the indigent ones within our communities, are given support and sponsored into various vocations.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun appreciates the federal government initiative with the promise that its administration will continue to collaborate with the federal government in engendering development in all sectors and the socio-economic development of the state through education.
We're committed to ensuring that all children in Ogun State will have access to quality education and all other social amenities that will make them better citizens.
Highlight of the campaign is the presentation of materials to learners by the minister and the Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
The Public Relations Officer of the Department of State Security, Peter Afunaya, has refuted reports in some media that its operatives invaded the Central Bank of Nigeria and arrested its governor. The statement says it is fake news and quite misleading. Meanwhile, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has resumed duty after his annual vacation after he proceeded on leave in December 2022. He has resumed work on Monday, January 16, 2023. A statement from CBN indicates that the governor resumed with renewed vigor to perform his duty in line with his oath of office and the policy direction of President Muhammadu Buhari. The CBN is urging Nigerians to continue to support the policies of the bank aimed at ensuring a stable financial system and the Nigerian economy in general. Like other states across the country, Kebbi State has also benefited from President Muhammadu Buhari's project, which had direct bearing on the lives of the people. Kebbi State Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu and the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, note this and urge residents to vote the APC. This was at a rally in Ngaski local government area of Kebbi State. Osman Abdullahi Shehu reports.
The rally was literally more of a reminder to the all APC supporters of the achievement recorded by the present administration, both at the state and national level, as well as what is expected of them on the election days. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu was full of gratitude to the federal government for the numerous meaningful projects in the state that include construction of Sokoto-Yawuri-Kwantagora Road, the Presidential Artisan Gold Mining Initiatives project, under which 20,000 youths in the state have been beneficiaries, and the station of a military base in Ngaski local government to improve security in the area, among other projects.
Every program provided, the aim is to lives of the people.
He appealed to the people to appreciate and compliment all effort by voting for the APC at the elections. In the same vein, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN, who highlighted the social intervention schemes and developmental projects executed by the federal government in Yawuri Emirate and other parts of the state, also urged electorate to sustain such legacy by voting APC for continuity. Other prominent party leaders and community representatives who spoke at the rally conversed for massive votes and support for the party at all levels, reminding the gathering to ensure they collect their PVC, especially with the collection date being extended. Similar rallies were held at Shanga and Yawuri local government areas respectively. Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
And we head to Kaduna, where women in the state under the movement of Ariwa Women for Tinubu Shetima have promised to ensure massive grassroots mobilization for victory of Tinubu Shetima during the forthcoming general elections. Amina Saidu reports that this was during a grassroots engagement and orientation program in Kaduna State.
It is a convergence of women from different wards of Kaduna South local government area in Kaduna State. The mission is to canvass for support and secure votes for success during the 2023 general elections. Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Hadiza Balarabe, said the 7-point agenda of the APC, with the acronym SUSTAIN, will consolidate on achievements of Governor El-Rufai's administration.
We're also capitalizing and looking at developing skills. You know that nowadays it's not everybody that has the opportunity of going into getting a white collar job. But when you have a skill at hand, that you'll make a very big difference.
President Ariwa Women for Tinubu Sa'adatu Dogonbauchi said women play a major role in politics, and those in the rural areas have pledged their full support for the victory of APC.
23 million women to vote for this 2023. This is our target, and inshallah we are not going to fail. We are going to make it, and we are going to make history, inshallah.
Ariwa Women for Tinubu is a frontline northern Nigerian women political support group formed to plan, strategize, mobilize, and campaign for the victory of Tinubu Shetima and all candidates of APC in the 2023 general elections. Amina Said, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Presidential Campaign Council of the All Progressives Congress is calling for the prosecution of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party over what it calls weighty corruption allegations against the former Vice President. Musbau Danwahab has the details.
And everyone has a copy of this.
The Joint Media Directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council came with some evidences They are from the trending special purpose vehicles SPV's allegation against the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, relying on oral and documentary evidences provided by Michael Achimugu. This team believes the former vice president is directly connected to the companies which allegedly embezzled public funds between 1999 and 2007 when Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was vice president of a nation.
We want to make the point that Atiku does not enjoy immunity simply because he is a presidential candidate. And we're saying this because we understand that the law enforcement agencies may be reluctant to act simply because of the perception or persecution of a presidential candidate that this may evoke. However, facts are sacred. The facts so far presented to the world clearly indicate that Atiku Abubakar has a case to answer. He has an explanation to make.
They see possible infractions of law on offences against the Code of Conduct for Public Officers, money laundering, criminal breach of trust, and conspiracy.
I am going to court myself. Apart from the PCC decision on this, I have written to them and the letters are there, distributed to all of them. 3 law enforcement, they are giving them an ultimatum. I will proceed to court to ask for disqualification of Atiku Abubakar. He is not fit to run for the highest office of the land. We are calling the law enforcement agencies to do the needful. So in their own investigations, anybody that is related or linked to this would also be apprehended. The law is no respecter of anybody.
The safety of the whistleblower is at stake. Nothing must happen to this man.
In Abuja, Musbao and Wahab, NTA News.
The People's Democratic Party has dismissed the allegations by the All Progressives Congress against its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. A statement from the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Debo Olugunagba, says it is an attempt to divert public attention from issues affecting Nigerians. The statement adds that it is on record that Atiku Abubakar is one of the most investigated public officials in the country and has never been found culpable in any of the allegations. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, says many of the challenges facing the country are connected to poor economic performance and its consequences for the people. This was part of his submission at a presidential dialogue in Lagos organized by the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, noting that it is critical to get the economy right. Atiku emphasized that he has been a private businessman for a long time, having also worked as a public servant at the highest level of decision-making and implementation. He also said he feels comfortable among captains of industry and public sector economists and practitioners to deliberate on the way forward. Atiku Abubakar also said he is uniquely positioned to understand the economic challenges facing the country and what must be done to get the economy growing, provide jobs, income and wealth for the people, thereby reducing hunger, unemployment and related social problems, including insecurity. Again, the People's Democratic Party says its presidential campaign council and candidate Atiku Abubakar will continue to promote and encourage a violence-free campaign in the party's continuous appeal to Nigerians to return to office in the February 25, 2023 election. The National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Debo Olugunagba, restated the position at a media briefing in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This media briefing by the PDP spokesperson Debo Olugunagba is centered on 2 key issues: recommitting to non-violence and issue-based campaigns, and reaffirming the stance of the party's candidate for the Borno Central Senatorial District.
Atiku Abubakar is poised to win the majority of votes across the country and secure 25% in all the states of the Federation to elect president on the very first ballot.
On the Borno Central Senatorial District election, the party urged members to disregard information towards not having a candidate for the election.
The candidate for the Borno Central Senatorial election remains Honorable Umara Mohammed Omaya, as since confirmed in the list of candidates for the 2020 elections as published by INEC.
Meanwhile, members of the United Nigeria Movement, a political association, have resolved to queue behind the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar.
We are supporting him. He is the only candidate who has what it takes to pull Nigeria out of the doldrums. The United Nigeria Movement will remain by his side and offer our full support.
The movement explained that their decision followed a nationwide consultation of members who promised to take their campaign for Atiku to the grassroots. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, who has been a guest at Chatham House, the famous British International Policy Institute, says Nigeria's presidency with him and his vice presidential candidate, Yusuf Detti Baba Ahmed, will tackle inefficiency and eliminate transactional policies which breed corruption in government. Obi took questions from the audience after presenting his paper on various sectors, saying if elected, his objective would be to dismantle structures of criminality and enthrone competence, character and capability so that talent and ideas can flourish in the country.
Yeah. The first thing about stopping corruption is yourself. If you're not involved, your wife is not involved, your family is not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by over 50%. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure, Paul, you know that. We are committed. We can't disappoint these youths. We must build a new Nigeria. And we'll deal with that. Investors will come back. Those who left, even the young people who are today living, they'll come back. We want to bring them back. This green passport, people must be proud to use it.
Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has appealed to candidates on his party's platform to go back to their various states and garner votes to ensure NNPP's victory. This was at the North Central Presidential Campaign Rally in Lafia, Nasarawa State. Muhammad Ali reports.
New Nigeria People's Party's Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso arrived in the Lafia Square to the adulation of party supporters. The North Central campaign focused on improving the nation's educational system, tackling insecurity by providing more security personnel and adopting new ways of solving conflicts. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who was once the herdsman in Kano State, assured Nigerians that if elected, his government will not only provide peaceful atmosphere for the country to thrive, but ensure dividends of democracy cascades down to the people.
And I believe in the power for Nigerians, especially the masses and those who believe in progress and development of this country.
If we have an opportunity to governor of Nasarawa State, we are going to make the education from primary to secondary school free.
Candidates vying for various positions in North Central under the NNPP were presented with flags. While in Nasarawa State, the presidential candidate paid homage to the royal fathers of Karu, New Karshi, Nasarawa, and Lafia Emirates, where he solicited support. From Lafia, Muhammad Ali, NTA News.
The People's Redemption Party (PRP) and the African Action Congress (AAC) have signed an alliance document to work together ahead of the 2023 general elections. Habibu Husseini reports that the two parties have agreed to support Omoyele Sowore as their presidential candidate under the platform of the AAC.
AAC and PRP are two parties, however, with similar ideology of improving the lives of the masses. They come together to support a sole candidate of the AAC, Omoyele Sowore, to salvage the country from the challenges hindering its progress. The presidential candidate and other stalwarts from the two parties who agreed to work for a common goal, assured of a new Nigeria if elected into office in the next month election.
We would bring to bear on this country real power, electricity, energy. We would develop the agricultural sector and invest massively in infrastructure and ensure that this country takes its place among the community of nations on the continent of Africa, and eventually this country, Nigeria, will become the pride of Black Africa.
This alliance actually reflects the dream of Nigerians. I am old, intelligent, well. ANC is young. He needs my support. I will just advise him, show him the right way, and I'm sure he will listen because he is a PRP candidate from his past.
The two parties enjoined their members to support their respective candidates in other elective positions. In Kano, Habib Hussein, NTA News.
President Muhammad Buhari salutes former governor of Osun State, Chief Bisi Akande, the first national chairman of the governing All Progressives Congress, on his 84th birthday, describing him as a true statesman. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President pays homage to one of the champions of the nation's democratic struggle who rose to occupy the party's highest constitutional position through hard work and discipline, wishing him many more years of service to the party and the nation. It's time now to join our Lagos Network Center for more updates. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Najatu. Trial in the case of murder of pregnant lawyer Omobolanle Rahim has commenced in Lagos with the arraignment of the prime suspects, Dramambi Ayuba Vandi, before a Lagos State High Court. Amaka O reports.
Hearing the criminal matter between Lagos State Government and Drambi Vandi, alleged to have shot and killed Omobolanle Rahim in Niger area of Lagos, was earlier stalled due to the absence of the Defense Counsel. Taking his plea after commencement of hearing, the defendant, Drambi Ayuba Vandi, pleaded not guilty to a one-count charge preferred against him. The first prosecution witness, Inspector Matthew Ame, the police officer who was on duty alongside the accused the day the incident occurred, during a stop and search operation, gave a vivid account of the incident, stating that a Toyota car without a plate number refused to stop when it was flagged down. He said he heard gunshots and saw shattered windscreen of the Toyota, after which a dark lady ran to the defendant and accused him of killing her sister. During a cross-examination, Defense Counsel Adetokunbo Odutola pointed to some differences in the statement of the witness. He had earlier complained about the clarity of documents presented as evidence and called for adjournment of the case.
This is in demonstration of the state's resolve that within all our powers, no crime will go unpunished.
We are here to demonstrate our commitment to pursue this matter to its logical conclusion, and that's what we would do, not only for Bolale, who happens to be our colleague, but anyone who suffers as a result of the excesses of law enforcement agencies.
Well, I wait them to bring in their witnesses, and we will cross-examine the witnesses. After I studied properly and thoroughly the documents, they've given me a better, clearer document now in court, so we'll go through it.
The case was adjourned till the 25th and 26th of January 2023 in Lagos. Amaka O, NTA News.
Adoption of digital technology has to a large extent impacted various aspects of human activities, bringing about more efficiency and high returns. Amidst the challenges of data management, slow access to healthcare professionals, among others, experts say adoption of digital technology in the health sector is the panacea. In this report, Joe Popola examines the benefits of digital technology in healthcare delivery.
A bulk of the Sustainable Development Goals is hinged on achievement of effective healthcare delivery. Realizing these lofty goals has undoubtedly become a tall dream in Nigeria due to the analog practice in some aspects of healthcare delivery. Digital technology, which according to experts is in tandem with global best practice can eliminate the waiting time, which has become a thorn in the flesh for many Nigerians.
Where is patient confidentiality? There's nowhere. When we are still using paper files where people can just pick up a case note and then be able to read through a file of any patient, personally, I see it absurd.
Accurate diagnosis, prompt emergency service, telemedicine, and adequate monitoring of patients are some of the gains of digital health.
Health management has taken another dimension, so because we now have the HMOs through which organizations can actually subscribe, and then it's very cheap for the employees to join. So you join through a group and it's cheap. It's not like before.
These practitioners say any hospital that does not go digital may go into extinction, since government health policy has now encompassed digital health.
This is 2023, 2021, Ministry of Health, the commissioner called me to come to Lagos State Ministry of Health and discuss digital health. And then we trained some medical directors and CMD on electronic medical records and also on electrical health records. We were so amazed.
While anticipating more policies that can further drive adoption of digital health initiatives in the country, experts are positive that healthcare delivery will take a new narrative to the benefit of all Nigerians and stem the tide of needless medical tourism. In Lagos, Joel Ukbola, NTA News.
You're still watching the news on the network service of the NTA. Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. Time for some messages, and when we return, the news continues from our Abuja studio where Najato is standing by. Please stay.
Do you reside in the Federal Capital Territory? Are you a business owner or an employer of labor in the FCT? Do you know that it is a violation of your civic responsibility not to file your annual returns? The FCT Internal Revenue Service uses this medium to inform all organizations, employers of labor, and agents to file their annual tax returns before the stipulated deadline, which is the 31st of January 2023, to avoid being on the wrong side of the law. Failure to file within the stipulated period shall attract penalty. Hurry now. Visit our website at www.fctirs.gov.ng to download and fill the Form G or Form H1 or walk into any of our offices nearest to you to obtain same and file your returns. Online self-service for filing the returns is available on our website. For more inquiries, please call our contact center on 0700-220-0002 or email contact us at fctirs.gov.ng. Together, we can build the FCT of our dreams.
We are committed to the unity of our great country, Nigeria.
Let us support our armed forces. Let us stand together with them. Let us stand for them. Our symbol of unity, the gallant men and women of the armed forces on land, air, and sea, who have continuously put their life on the line, protecting our lives, humanity, and nation.
Let us join them and stick together as one, irrespective of our misunderstanding, be it political, cultural, or ideological.
Our uniqueness is our oneness, our strength is our diversity.
Let us stand by, stand with, and support our armed forces to keep this nation together.
Nigeria is my own. Nigeria is your own. Nigeria is our own.
This is wishing the Nigerian Armed Forces a happy Armed Forces Remembrance Day.
The people they shout. We want house that they say.
All our country people, they talk with one voice. Them say that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them want as president of Nigeria for this president election.
Asiwaju Bola Tinubu na the man wey we all know and see all the good work in dey do for the country, especially when him be governor of Lagos State.
Now him God use turn Lagos to the best state for Nigeria.
Today, many people all over Nigeria dey like to go Lagos go settle down for business and better life.
Because of the good work wey Bola Tinubu do.
People of Nigeria, as Asiwaju do for Lagos, na so him ready to do am for the whole country.
Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for president of Nigeria. Vote Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party wey get broom.
Esther, you're late again. Esther.
She's a wandering light in the darkness. She's beautiful. Oh, she's a superstar. She'll never let her number down. She's beautiful. She know the she know the ever got it.
No phones at the table, please. Esther. I love you too.
Don't forget our pick your phone.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
My people, my name is Emeka. Mekus Kamat. Let me get all this again. I don't learn my lesson. Somebody come buy motor for my hand, carry big money, come give me. Now when the gate bust, then my eye open. I know to that 419 be. Now when EFCC babam, they come bab me too. Now he make me they warn you. All of them when they do business like me, where they carry big money, when I go sometimes I go carry transfer, carry bring back. They could shine in my eye because the special control unit against money laundering, what they call SCUMO, they don't want to say if the money pass 5 million naira for individual, no collect them. If it pass 10 million naira for company, no collect them. Can I go where? Bank. If you not do them like that, 250,000 naira for every day where this offense happen, or they go suspend your license, or they go cuckoo, shut them down, pata for your hand. No talk say I no want you.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Thanks for staying tuned. We're talking monetary matters now, and Musa has all the details on business news.
Thank you, Najatu. Nigeria's headline inflation rate has dropped marginally to 21.34% in December 2022 from 21.47% recorded in November 2022. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics shows a decline of 0.13% when compared to November 2022 inflation rate. However, on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 5.72% points higher compared to the rate recorded in December 2021, which was 15.63%. On a month-on-month basis, the percentage change in the all items index in December 2022 was 1.71%, which was 0.32% higher than the rate recorded in November 2022. This means that in the month of December 2022, the general price level was 0.32% higher relative to November 2022. The cotton, textile and garment sector of the manufacturing industry of Nigeria is set to harness cotton production in 24 states of the country by revamping the cotton value chain. This is as the country ranks 6th largest in Africa, producing 51,000 metric tons in the last 10 years, as against the leading position in the 60s and 70s. A narration the federal government is changing amid a convergence of global players in Abuja from tomorrow to strategize on way forward.
Before the elections, the review and the validation of that document will have to be concluded. trade facilitation. Now, we are working with the customs, with immigration, and with embassies to make sure that trade investment goes smoothly without hindrances.
The intervention of government at the government 2019, it was only about 5 trillions that were functional, ready to go. But by 2020, that figure has gone up to 83 trillions in Northeast, North Central, and Northwest.
Now the stocks, the equities market started the week on a negative note. The all share index depreciated to 52,348.82 basis points from 52,512.48 points on Friday. Market capitalization dropped to 28.5 trillion naira. Investors exchanged 221.8 million shares valued at 3.2 billion naira in 5,219 deals. But that's it. The news continues after the break.
A peak protein breakfast gets me to a great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes to his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolutely fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a peak protein breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleanish.
Oh, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really? Yeah. The next house is yours.
Oh, Grace, you've got places to be, and this chump has forgotten something, but he must trust you, leaving you with his basket. Time to take matters into your own hands. Grab that papaya. Now, make a mess of it.
Ding bang ding, ding ding bang, bam bam bang, ding bang ding, bam bam.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be impatient? If you must worry, don't worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Be inspired with inspirational quotes and win in the Top T Taste to Know Inspiration 2.0 promo. Enjoy inspirational quotes and get a chance to win free airtime or 10,000 naira cash prize. Simply buy a pack of Top T, collect inspirational card with unique letters to spell Top T. Take a picture of your collection and share on Facebook or Instagram and tag at Top T Nigeria. Offer valid while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. Top T. Taste to know.
Looking fresh for your date? Get even fresher with Close Up. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely, keeping you protected and fresh. Protected and fresh. Protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Protected and fresh. Still fresh, still protected.
Feeling good and protected.
All day confidence to get close. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why is your sun shining like this?
Can't you see that Harmattan season is here? We need to protect our children from this dry weather.
What about the invisible germs?
Invisible germs?
During Harmattan, it's not enough to only protect your skin. You also need protection from these invisible germs. To protect our families, we use Dettol.
Harmattan season brings a lot of germs, but Dettol with germ defense gives protection from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
And that concludes the network news on NTA. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting our troops and keep saying no to rape and rapists.
Live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTA. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News Mobile app, the one-stop information center, real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the new report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app. No access to real-time information.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative and interactive on national issues, accommodating all sides of opinion.
We as a people have understood that we have to fight corruption before it fights us back.
Poverty to the Social Investments Program. It has been a very courageous battle. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Join us.